I wonder if you realise that each of us has within us what you might call an entity which doesn't care for us at all. It's concerned only with itself, whether it can stay alive within us. It pretends to be us, and most of us think we are it. What am I talking about? It's commonly referred to as the ego. And when people think of the ego, they often think of puffed up, I'm important and so forth. That's part of it. But the ego is that boarder who pays no rent that lives within us all. If you want to discern the difference between what is the ego and what is the real you, you can try the little experiment of focusing, making up your mind, the real you doing this, not this ego mind, the real you, deciding to try this little experiment, keeping your mind fully on some object and determining to do so for as long as you can, without labelling the object, without judging it, without feeling emotional about it, without saying this is boring. Try it, anything. A cup close to hand, a pen on the table, a tree far off. Try that little experiment. And after a very short time, you will find yourself being drawn away from it. What's doing the drawing? You've determined to look at this thing, but you can't do it. Before you know it, you're dragged away. What's dragging you away? This part of you which is not under your control. Your ego. Most of us have it. Except maybe the master, the real master. There's a few of them around the world. But most of us, no, we have this ego. Now this ego, which so many of us identify, doesn't care for us at all. All it cares for is its own living, its own life. It loves drama. Not too much drama. That upsets it. It loves the little niggly drama that keeps adding to it, growing it. If it doesn't get it, it feels that it will fade away to nothing, and it probably would. It's the ego that drags us into emotional thought, emotional reactions, and all of it's stored within us, within what I call the mind body. That is, not just within the physical body, but the bodies which are subtler, surrounded, interpenetrate the physical body. Sometimes known as the aura, the auric field that we all have. And clairvoyants can see. And you often see depicted in religious paintings as a halo around the heads of saints and Jesus, etc. We all have this real self, which, as it was described for me, the real self, our little self, is like a finger dipped into the stream of life, the murky stream of thoughts and emotions, and the worlds we have created around us with those things. We are the tip of the finger in the stream of the murk, whilst the real us, the real big us, the giant us, the higher self, the godlike us, the giant within, as it's sometimes been referred to, sits on the bank with the tip of its finger in the stream. The higher self knows what we're going through. We're in the fingertip experiencing life, experiencing it. And the only way we can experience life is to be dipped into the murk of emotion and thought. Think about this for a while. You are not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not your feelings. You are that which experiences these things. You're the experiencer. You're the witness. You are the I am, which never changes.